Today I'll be answering this question of what do you do when you think you are the abusive one in the relationship? Let's say you really feel that every time you're angry, every time you react to what your partner does to you, like you might have broken a few cups, thrown a few plates, punched the wall, kicked the cat, like just those things which you really feel are not in alignment with who you are or who you were before. You just feel that these things actually I'm doing, they are not good. What do you do? Actually, there are two instances here. The first thing is don't be hard on yourself. This is because normally when you are in a relationship and you think you are the abusive one, it's actually a very, very good place to be because you are acknowledging that the things you are doing are not good or are harmful. And that's something we really lack in this life. Just being honest that actually, hey, Edwin, what you're doing to your partner is harmful and you need to correct it. When you acknowledge that something is harmful, it means that there's room for you to correct. There's room for you to correct it. So don't be hard on yourself and use that as a way to work on it. So if you really find that you cannot stop it, you feel with anger issues, you are just overly suspicious, you are stalking your partner, and you're doing all those things, and you really feel that you can come out of it, that's the best time to seek help. This is because if you've tried all those things, but you can't overcome it, but deep inside you really feel that actually I want to overcome this because I want to grow the relationship, then it means that seeking help from a professional is when now these things come in, and it's because the things you are doing are not, or what's causing you to do those things are now beyond your current level of awareness. They are mostly buried in your subconscious part of your mind. So you seek help to work on those things which are driving your current behaviors. Because the things you believe deep inside you, like your negative beliefs, your unhealed wounds, your underlying issues, are sometimes driving most of your current emotions. You might end up like isolating yourself. This is a common one. You may end up like, let's say, instead of having a healthy discussion with your partner, you end up isolating yourself, or you end up feeling that they are attacking you. So when you really feel that you can handle these things, maybe there's something inside you you need to work on. You need to work on believing in yourself, believing that it's okay to express yourself, believing that it's okay to have an argument sometimes, but it doesn't have to define who you are. So admitting that you are the abusive one means that you can take the proactive steps to deal with it. It's not just admitting and then admitting and then admitting. No, awareness and then taking action. If you become aware and then you're not taking action, it means now that you are becoming really abusive and hurtful to others. So it's okay that you feel that way and you have to work on it. But the other instances, especially when you're in an abusive relationship, you may really feel that you are the abusive one because you've been manipulated to believe so by your abusive partner. They do this by intimidating you to react. Because every human being has a limit in terms of how they react. Because when someone keep pushes you to the wall, I want you to imagine that cat in your house. If you keep pushing that cat to the wall, of course they'll react because they will react to protect themselves. So when you're in an abusive relationship, your abusive partner will do things to you. They will call you names. They may even physically abuse you. They may tarnish your name and do all those things which are hurtful to you. So you may get to this boiling point. And this is what's normally called reactive abuse. Like you are reacting to being abused. And then now what happens is your partner will use your reactions against you, or your partner keeps provoking you to react. And then once you react, they use it against you. They use it and then call you, now you are the abusive one. That's what you need to also be watchful for. When you are being called the abusive one by a very, very abusive person, it really means that they're just manipulating you so that you can think that actually maybe the problem in the relationship is you, and then but actually the problem is them. The good thing is the fact that you are even asking this question of like, what do I do when I'm the abusive one, means that you still have the conscience in you and you will grow out of this. So don't beat yourself up when the abusive person is telling you that you are abusive, but just see those things you are doing as a way of protecting yourself. And then once you leave that environment, work on those toxic behaviors you might have picked up in the relationship, because something about toxic behaviors is they're contagious. You may end up doing some toxic behaviors once you leave a toxic relationship without working on the pain. But once you work on the pain, you'll realize that actually you can be a calm human being in normal situations or even in hard situations. So don't be hard on yourself when you really feel that you are the abusive one, but instead look for ways to deal with it. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful day.